All right, hello everyone. My name is Sean Greenfield, and this
My
is
name is Ashley. I'm an international student and a scholar advisor.
yep, and we're with the University of Idaho. We really appreciate you being online with us today. We're looking forward to sharing some helpful information with you over the next 45 minutes or so, and we have some great student panelists here as well to help answer some of your questions that you might have as you prepare to come to the university. So first off, I would just kind of like to, we already did kind of some introductions here, but Ashley is our Senior International Student Advisor here in the International Programs, and I'm the Assistant Director for International Marketing and Recruitment. And later on, after our presentation, we'll introduce some of our student panelists as well. So today, I'd just like to kind of give you a quick overview of what we're looking to discuss today. Um, as you're already admitted students to the University of Idaho, I'd assume you have already a good introduction and overview of the university, but just to kind of recap on who we are and what you can expect when you come to the university here later in the summer. And also just to give you an overview of the International Programs Office, what we have to offer, some of the services we provide to you as an international student. And Ashley will also go into some really helpful pre-arrival information, our to-do checklist, the orientation schedule, some of the things you can expect from that, and also some of the student organizations that you can start to explore as you're looking to get more involved and have that nice smooth transition to the university. We have some great ambassador and link program information to share as well. So ways to connect on social media before and during your time here at Idaho. Some helpful resources, and we'll end it with some questions and answering that you might have. So just kind of starting off, as you know, the University of Idaho is located up in the Northwest. So most of you will probably be flying through Seattle, Washington. We really recommend our students to come through the Moscow Regional Airport, where we do provide pickup for our international students. And as you can see on the map, we are located kind of up in the northern part. The University of Idaho has 4 campuses, but our main campus, which you'll most likely be coming to, is in Moscow, Idaho. We have a beautiful residential campus that you can definitely look forward to experiencing. Hopefully most of you or many of you will be living on campus in one of our many residence halls, which we'll talk about housing a little bit later on. And then our university campus and student body is a really diverse set of students and faculty, and we have students from over 70 different countries and over 700 total international students studying at our university. And then, of course, the region itself is very fun, very beautiful, and it's a very safe environment as well. Lots of great outdoor activities. It's a wonderful place to study, be a student, and just live your life. Yeah, a very strong academic focus here at the University of Idaho, and great resources available to you both on and off campus.
All right. So next we will talk about the certain things you can do right now to get ready to come. The first thing, of course, is applying for visa. So most of you guys should already receive the acceptance letter with your immigration document. Some of you will receive a document named I-20. Some of you might receive a document, the name is DS 2019. And you will need these documents to apply for visa. And actually for each country, the interview time and the waiting period is different. But generally, most students, the first step to apply for visa is pay for the fees, and it's going to be $160 visa application fee. And if you're an F1 student, you also need to pay a $200 CV's I-901 fee. And if you're a J1 student, you are going to pay for $180 CV's I-901 fee. Both of these fees are mandatory in order to apply for visa. no, of course you have to convert the amount into your own currency. So after you paid this fee, you will need to gather your documents to schedule a visa interview. So these documents usually include your passport, your visa application. You need to fill visa application, which is a form I-16, 160, and then you need to fill it out online. So and then print out the confirmation. And you will also need your C-Visa 901 fee receipt, and your photos, and your I-20 definitely, and other documents they might require. So even it's not mandatory, but it's always good to have with you or your transcripts from previous high school or college, and then your financial documents, to prove that you can support yourself or you have sponsor to support you while you are attending school. And then some other information that I may also want to see is the TOEFL score. Of course, if you are coming to our American language and culture program, you will not need to show them your TOEFL score. Have these documents in hand and to schedule the visa interview. Like what I said earlier, certain countries can take within a week for you to get a visa. Certain countries the waiting span is a month. So it's better for you to schedule it as soon as possible. And you are allowed to apply for visa 120 days before the program start date. So if most of you guys should be coming in August, which our school started is August 25th. So all of you guys should be able to apply for visa now. And another immigration law you have to know is you might also wondering how soon you can arrive at the US. The answer is you are allowed to arrive in the US 30 days before the school starts. By that it means you can start arriving in the US July 26th. So while you are after you register visa of interview or you already got it, so the next step is register for classes. Even though you haven't applied for visa, it doesn't conflict with registering classes, and you should do it as soon as possible. And the registration start date already started about a month now. So if you haven't done so, make sure you register classes immediately. This is because the classes can get filled up very quickly. You might be not able to register classes in time. For some of you might not used to registering classes by yourself, and our university has a policy which is to help you make sure you know what to register and you will have a smooth study plan. And the requirement is for all the undergraduate students, you must meet with your academic advisor first in order to register. When I say meet, it doesn't have to be in person. You can send them an email saying, usually always including your ID, so for them to better locate, to know who you are. Say I'm coming in fall and I want, please help me register my classes. And then your advisor will send your study plan and tell you what classes you should register. And for all the undergraduate students, and this is absolutely mandatory. For graduate student, you are not required to meet your professor or academic advisor in order to register, but we strongly recommend you to do it. If you don't know where to find it, you haven't received your acceptance letter, or you don't know where to find your advisor's name, you can just go to University of Idaho website and search and find your advisor. And if you give you a link, you just enter your information, and then your advisor's information will be sent to your email. So you might also wonder how to register classes. I'm not going to go too much details, just want to let you guys know some brief steps, and then later we will send you all the detailed steps what you need to do. So usually in order to register, of course you have to meet your advisor first, and then you need to select your course through U of I course catalog. So you just search on the U of I homepage, search classes schedule. If you give it, you view your classes schedule there. All the classes are posted, and then you choose the correct term. And after you know which one, you look at the courses, you know what to which classes you want to take, and then go to VanderWeb to register your classes. You might not be very familiar with the term VanderWeb, and the VanderWeb is University of Idaho student portal, where you can do a lot of things. All your student information can be found on that website. So after you log on to VanderWeb, you just go to student menu and click register. And again, there are more regulations pertain to that. One is as an undergraduate student, you are required to register at least 12 credits per semester, including the very first semester you get here. And as a graduate student, you are required to take at least 9 credits per semester. Now if you are say I'm J1 or I'm coming as non-degree, I'm not categorized under undergraduate or graduate, what should I do? So if you are coming as non-degree by your previous school, if at the previous school you were undergraduate or graduate, you register according to that. So if you were undergraduate before, you are still required to take the 12 credits per semester at least. Also, within these 12 credits, only one class can be online. All of these we will talk about during orientation, but right now if you want to register, that is something you need to know. So I also want to give you debrief you with VanderWeb information. So if you already have logged on to VanderWeb or you don't know what it is, and here there's a link, and afterwards you can get access to the PowerPoint, and you can log in by clicking on that website. And with the VanderWeb, you will be able to register for classes and view your student account and pay fees. This also means you can pay for your tuition and the fees for the very first semester. You can actually pay it now. Register for housing or check your grades. Every semester you can check your grades here, or print out or request your transcript. And then now later you know every student will have insurance. If you are going to be with the University of Idaho insurance, you can also print out your insurance card there. So register for housing. So with University of Housing is very friendly, very environmental friendly for international students, and we do recommend all the students to live on campus because it's a great way to make friends. You know, it's very convenient to go to classes, and you, especially you are coming for the first semester, you don't need to learn how to pay bills, pay electricity, and pay internet because everything is included. But also with the undergraduate student, if you are coming as a first year student, you are required to live on campus for at least a year. If you are a graduate student or if you are transferring to us and transfer as a senior, then you don't have to live on campus. And there are lots of off-campus housing apartment available for you guys too. So in order to register for housing, it's actually very easy. You just go to housing website, and on the website you will be able to look at all the apartment information, you know, what the type of rooms they are. You can choose a single, double, or suite room, and you can also even choose according to your major. You can view the costs for each of the rooms, and meal plans, because they will come with a meal plan where you can use to dine on campus. You can get all this information on housing website, and it's also here. Let me see. It's actually not on the slide, but you can just go to University of Idaho website and search it. And after you decide which one you want, you can actually just register housing there on their website.
And real quick, I noticed there's some questions coming through. We'll definitely address all of your questions at the end of the presentation.
So pay fees. So you should be able also receive an email from our student account telling you your balance on your student account and how to pay for it. Generally, you can pay for your student fees and tuition fees through your vendor web with a credit card if you are not here. A little reminder is if you do pay with the credit card, there will be a 2.5% fee. And you can also by mailing us the student account, your check or money order, and then you can find this information on student account website or your vendor web, where to mail it to. You can also do wire transfer, so log into your vendor web, it will tell you with the wire transfer which zip code you should use, which bank account you should use. You can definitely, if you are coming early enough, you can bring cash, but you have to be careful because you cannot carry, I believe, over $2,000 in cash. So recommend you to bring money order or check, or after you get here, you can, if you get here early enough, you can open a bank account here and have your parents wire transfer money to your account here. But you have to be careful because this wire transfer takes 3 days for you before you can receive the money. So and the deadline to pay for your student fees is before the first day of classes. So if you're arriving like 1 or 2 days before, and you won't be able to pay for it in time, and there will be a late fee, and there will be a $75 late fee beginning on October 27th if you don't pay for it, and the fee will go higher until you pay for the fees. If you do have any questions, say you are IIE student or sponsored student from SACOM, and you don't know how to pay for the student account, you can email all your questions to student account. You can find the email on this slide, or you can just go to student account's email. So airport pickup and and a hotel reservation. Like Sean mentioned earlier, the International Programs Office does offer airport pickup, and we offer airport pickup 10 days before orientation. So which is August 9th through 25th. So if you do arrive earlier, we suggest you to take a taxi and fly to Pullman and Moscow Regional Airport, and it's very close. It will cost about $25 for if you take a taxi. If you do, so we suggest you to arrive before 9th and 25th. And if you do want the International Programs Office to pick you up, you just need to go to the link on the slides and go register. You do need to register so we know who is coming and at what time. And many students may wonder, oh, we have flight coming in at 11 p.m. or we are arriving at weekends. Will the international programs pick you up? The answer is yes. No matter what time you arrive, as long as you are arriving between 9th and 25th, we will be there and picking you up. So the university housing allow you to move in, if you are going to live on campus, they are going to allow you to move in the Sunday before class starts. So I believe it is the 24th. So you cannot move into housing before that. But the orientation, we will talk about orientation a little bit more later, starts on August 19th. So by that means you will have to stay in a hotel before you can move into housing. And if you want the International Programs Office to find a hotel for you, you can also request on the link on this slide. And we will always try to match you with a roommate to save your costs, and also because during orientation time the hotel's resources are very limited because there will be many people arriving. So we suggest you to share a room. So orientation. I know some of the countries when the school starts, when you first enter to college, there might not be an orientation. So what is orientation? Orientation is the International Programs Office. International orientation lasts 4 days, where you can learn all the university resources, meet with some of your faculty and advisors, And then most importantly, you will learn very important immigration regulations. So while the term, no matter how long you are here, you will learn what you need to know and what you can do and what you cannot do. It's also a great opportunity for you to make friends and meet other international students from your country and from other countries. Um, Also, we will make sure we will take you to different activities at certain each day, and so to help you get familiar with the local area. And then please mark your calendar. The orientation date is August 19th to 22nd, and it is required to every international student, no matter where you are, no matter with you are sponsored or not. You have to arrive before August 19th to make sure to attend this 4 day, and you are required to attend every single day during these 4 days. We will be sending out very detailed schedules, each day what you can do, what we will be doing to your email. So that brings me to the next point. Is my final reminder is to check your email. So because during this webinar we might not be able to answer all of your questions, but if you check your email, we will be sending you guys all the information, including how to register, where to go to, how to pay fees, how to sign up for airport pickup. If you do register for a hotel, what kind of hotels you will be expecting, and visa information, pre-arrival information, and you will also get my email, and so you can ask me any information you may have. So right now we will always try to send an email to both your University of Idaho email, which we call vendor email, and your personal email. So make sure to you check both. Yeah.
Great. And so next I just kind of wanted to share some helpful tips and recommendations in addition to what Ashley covered as well. And so some of those, as Ashley just fully went over, and I just want to reiterate, on your acceptance letter you should have received details about how to set up your VandalWeb and VandalMail accounts. Again, just really the importance of how we communicate with you and share the helpful information that makes the transition to our university a lot easier. So definitely, again, check your email often. We will send all updates to you. And again, get in contact with your academic advisor. They're not only great in helping connect you with the types of classes that you can get into for the first semester, but also in helping answer questions about financial aid opportunities or ways that you can get involved in your specific college or program. They have a lot of experience, and in most cases, they'll be your academic advisor for several years. So it's really good to start building that relationship and that connection with them, because they're going to be a great resource for you as well once you're at the university. And also, yeah, I'm reiterating a lot of the same points that Ashley covered, but really preparing your arrival details in advance. Housing website is very easy to manage and look through if you are planning to live on campus. And you can actually select your room. If you have a roommate in mind, you can both book the same room at the same time. It's a very interactive experience. And you'll definitely want to start preparing your housing as soon as possible because those prime spots do end up going pretty quickly as well. But there's still plenty of housing available, and we can guarantee your spot on campus. And that's really the benefit of living on campus, is that you have that really interactive experience, and all of the resources such as the library, the access to the classrooms, they're all really close to your living environment. And on our website, we have a very detailed pre-arrival checklist. You can print it out and go item by item, check off once you've completed it. It's a really helpful guide just to get you prepared and ready to come to the university. Arrange your travel plans early, especially once you start going through the immigration process and getting your student visa. You'll want to make your travel arrangements very soon, because a lot of international students are coming through some of the same flights, and you'll want to make sure to book and get the best times that you're looking for. And then through VandalWeb as well, which is your main portal, as Ashley covered. That's also where you'll accept your financial aid that you might have received, and also where you can view your student account information. And most of those for fall should be posted by July. So if you've logged in and haven't seen anything yet, don't worry, it'll be posted here in a few weeks. And another point for any students that might be transferring credit or looking to get credit for any courses that you've taken at a previous university, definitely bring your course descriptions and course syllabi, because this will help make that articulation and that transfer of your credit to the University of Idaho a lot easier process. So first off, we really want to recommend that you get connected as early as possible. And the best way to do that is connecting with students that are already here, either from your same country, another international student, or one of our domestic students as well. There's a lot of opportunities to really get engaged once you're on campus, and even beforehand. So we have over 250 different student clubs and organizations at the University of Idaho. There's really something for everyone, so we really encourage students to take advantage of all the opportunities. On the right-hand side of the slide you see now is some helpful links to our website. So if you go to our site, you can search organizations, student clubs, and you'll see kind of a full list. And we have clubs that are associated with specific athletics, also with our certain international student populations as well. So it's a great resource to get connected with students from your country or else. We also have some international student ambassadors, which you can find on our website. And these students are a great resource to help answer any specific questions you might have. So definitely reach out to them. They're very friendly, very helpful. We also have a great IPO links program. So during orientation, you'll be meeting these students, and they're generally experienced with the University of Idaho. They've been here a couple years, and they're great in helping you transition to life on campus and in the community. We also have conversation partners. So if you're looking to improve your language or just want to share your culture, make more friends, this is a great opportunity as well to get connected with once you're on campus. And we also have a Friendship Family Association, which is where you'll be partnered with a family in the community that helps share local culture and customs, and also invites you over to meals and different activities with the family. So it's a great way to engage and kind of have a family here in the US. And then, of course, where you're at now, social media is a great way to engage with what's going on campus through our office, and some special updates as well. So now we'd like to move into some questions and answering. I did notice a couple questions on here. Yeah, well, so this. I think we can respond to that one later. Okay. Yeah. So, if you have any questions now, you can definitely type it into the dialog box. What we'll do now is introduce our student panel to you as well. So we'll kind of transition off screen and have our students come over and share some of their experiences with you as well. Introduce yourself. Ladies go first.
Okay, hi there. I am Rainy Toronto. I go by Rainy, and I came to the University of Idaho in 2012 as a transfer student. So I came to the US in 2010, and I had just a smaller college experience, and then I transferred to a bigger university in 2012. So I actually just graduated on Saturday, so like less than a week ago, and I studied advertising, minoring in art, and the university has been really great experience. Okay, you know what? Before I go, let's introduce him.
Well, hi, my name is Arturo Quintero. I am from Mexico, and I came here from an exchange program which the university allowed me to be here. I've been here since 2008. I love it here. I'm currently doing my PhD program in plant science and virology, and I can tell you that this place has it all as for studying and all the resources for a student to go through the whole program. I'm in a molecular biology program at the moment, and it's working very good for me. And I have a little bit of a nerdy side as well. I have gone to several Comic Cons as well, and everything. So there's a little bit of school. There's always school, but there's always a lot of fun. I have met many international students as well as I've gone through the ages here. So well, here we are. If you have any questions, please let us know.
Did you have anything else you'd like to add, Rain?
Well, in my experience, the university is just the time for you to explore what you like to do, your friends, good friends that you will have in the future, and all of those I met at the University of Idaho. I met a lot of friends, not just from my country. Well, to be honest, there's not a lot of people from Indonesia, so only a few. So I challenged myself to, meet other people from other country and share culture. So, as well as American as well. So, it's a great time for you to improve your English, to get to know more people, make friends around the world, and then as well as focus on your academic and explore what you like to do in the future. And how you do it, I think I recommend you after orientation, because that's the 18th until the 22nd, so that's a week. And then the weekend before school start, which is the 23rd, I know that there's a Palooza Fest, and Palooza Fest is pretty much like a fair. Yeah, a fair that like all student organization, all the clubs gonna be outside, and you can just walk there and go through all the clubs that have at the University of Idaho, and then see what you like to do, and ask them, and you join that club the first semester you here, and then you can find if you like that club, and then there's another club, and just join that club and meet new people. That's just a great way for you, starting from the beginning, starting from now instead of later, and you will regret it. Why didn't I get into that club? And then the next thing you know, you're graduating and you don't have any experience. So get into that club as soon as possible when you get here. But then again, you can be involved, but don't forget about academic. But that's the first thing that you need to do is study here. Don't have too much fun, but Moscow is a great little town. It's not a big city. You have to have a car, or know somebody who have a car to be able to come to a big city, which is we have Lewiston, which is an hour away in the south, and we have Spokane 2 hours away, 1.5 hour away to the north, and as well as we have Seattle, which is driving is about 5 hours. So that is great way just to focus on your study, but when you have time on the weekend, you can still be able to live down and travel. Again, Moscow is a small town, but we have a lot of activities to offer. We have
Yeah, my time here, I've gone to concerts. I've gone to expos as Comic Cons go. I had the experience of meeting a lot of artists. I stumbled upon Patrick Stewart once on the airport. That was pretty cool, and Keanu Reeves. So that was pretty nice too. So also being in the school here, I have been able. They were talking about all this mentors and stuff is very important to go through the teachers. The teachers here are. I have met teachers around the world. I have a Scottish professor that will work on plant breeding, which is pretty fun, and he was talking all his experiences in London and how we do all this molecular biology in into all these plants and everything, but he brings in a whole bunch of information through Europe and everything, and and the teachers are very accessible. The whole programs that go not only for my area, but a lot of areas such as I don't know, economics, psychology, you name it. Their professors are very willing to help, and that's very nice. So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways you've gotten involved on campus, or some of the research or things in your academic areas?
Oh well, so I myself have a club actually. I'm a president of the EFW for Science, and in that club we talk about papers and we talk about science in general. And it's a club that we're up to 50 members at the moment. So good
That's
times.
great.
Yeah, I know. And we get to travel a lot too. So for example, we want to go into the World Expo. We were trying to aim at that probably next year, but you know, it could be done. There's been people that gone to different places. Like they used to have like a beer club once, and they actually went to the Budweiser on Denver. That was pretty cool. So you know, you when you're part of a club, of any type of club, you can actually do little road trips and everything. That's pretty cool. And so, what else have you done?
Well, I'm advertising major, so I'm definitely in the advertising club as well as advertising team. So you know, I've gone to Seattle to see like advertising agency over there, and then with advertising team, it's actually a competition. I would recommend you know, to get involved to your academic and join the club and see what they have to offer. And like the competition, you can, if you can join it and you know learn more things and meet more people. And actually, if you are interested, international student actually can work part-time up to 20 hours per week. And you know, yeah,
Right,
so that's what I do along with my academics. So I work with the Argonaut, which is the student newspaper at the University of Idaho, and it's been really great experience for me. You know, you got paid, so that's great along the side. But you know, university college is about experience, and when you are confused and I know it's your first, maybe it's your first time, maybe it's not, but you know, you're coming to a new place, ask questions. That's what happened to me. I was lost. I don't know where to go. You know, I always have resources. International Program Office is great. We have Ashley, we have Stammy, and Sean. You know, just ask them any question that you have because they're here to help. And maybe some of you are wondering what question, and then like, but maybe I'll ask later. You can actually ask now, and we can definitely help you out. So.
Right.
Yeah. What about your arrival experience? Any recommendations to students?
Yeah.
When I first got here, ironically, I got really scared because I arrived in Houston, so this was not Moscow. So I was like, oh, I've done a terrible mistake. But no, it was Houston, not Moscow. Oh, but you know, as soon as I got here, you know, I called the International Programs Office. You know, and they were able to get me here. I mean, the important thing about it, and I have friends that I've gone to other various universities. You can call it Cambridge or Harvard or whatever, you know. But in general, they have these really big names. But the International Programs Office here is just amazing. These guys will actually go and help you and actually they probably won't take a bullet for you, but you know what I mean. So the whole the whole thing is that they are really helpful. They're very resourceful. They're here to assist. When I first got here, as I told you, I arrived into the wrong city. But you know, I was able to get here because of the engagement of the international programs office that allowed me to get here. And afterwards, they helped me throughout the process of taking my classes. I was a bachelor at that time, and I was taking 500 level courses. My English was not as good as right now, so my mentor at this moment became part of my committee for PhD. So since 2008 that I met my mentor, he's now part of my PhD committee. So I can just tell you right now that professors really do care. They really do try to help you, and they are as engaging as pretty much everybody of the teachers that are here at the university. And yeah, she was mentioning something very important, that you can apply for a little internship since you are people that are coming for us for the summer, right? Yeah, the many people we have in my lab, for example, we got 3 people that apply for an internship and they're gonna get paid, and you know, they'll be working for me basically, but but you know, they I can speak for myself that I started that way as an internship to get into my PhD. I started a student, I applied for an internship. My boss told me that I was doing a good enough of a decent of a job to apply for a master's degree, which he actually helped me through, and to achieve the PhD I'm doing right now. So at this moment, and I have gone to many presentations, and I won several prizes and so, but it all started when I arrived to this wrong location in Lewiston, and if it wasn't for IPO and all this beautiful staff and crew that the University of Idaho has, I wouldn't be here right now, seriously.
My arrival experience was a little different. I so I came from Seattle, transferring to here, Moscow, knowing nobody, and then go online and get my housing. I live off campus, and then actually my landlord was willing to pick me up at the airport, and then I arrived at the same day as the first day of orientation. So I just like, she picked me up. I go to the house, put my stuff, and then I just ran there. I go to the buses. I ask people, where's the bus stop, and then where's this building, student union building, and then like I just ask people around, and they're really nice. Everybody here is nice, friendly. You can ask them questions, where to go when you got lost, like I was, and so I finally get to the building, and then I was a little late, but that was okay. And then I went to the orientation. I recommend you all to come to the orientation because it's gonna be, everything's gonna be covered there, and if you have further questions, you can ask these people. But your immigration information are there, and you need to know that as international students, and it's important. So yeah.
That's great.
Check your email, get to the orientation, get register for classes early. I wanted to apply for a class that was really, really cool. Didn't apply early, so I had to wait for 2 years in order to get to there. So if you're coming for a summer, you have a little bit of a lapse of time, so you better be fast about that. So please, if you have any questions on the chat room.
Has there been any?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
You guys are shy. But.
No, it's fine. So I'm just trying to think as inquiries, actually. That's like inquiries when I first got here, when I was applying. So yeah, Moscow, as we explained earlier, is a small town, but it doesn't mean that because it's a small town there's anything to do. In Moscow, you happen to have Mother Nature all around you, pretty much. You can go hiking anytime, you can go fishing. Then the snow comes in, you can go skiing.
Camping.
I'm from Mexico, never seen snow before in my life. When I first got here, I was like, oh, what is this thing that is coming? So for me, it was like snow. Yeah, you're coming from the summer, but if you come in a little bit later, I recommend your sweater. It's snowing here. Usually that happens. I'm just trying to think what else in general. I think
What are some of your favorite things to do in Moscow?
Or favorite good things to do in Moscow. So.
Well, in the summer, we have farmers market every Friday. No, Saturday. Every Saturday at 9 to 1 o'clock. So it's like how do I how would I
Yeah,
describe it?
it's just.
It's like booths of
Yeah.
people selling like fresh vegetables, ice cream, food, arts and crafts, and it's like really nice because it's made of Idaho, and you got to know
It's
what.
all homemade.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
great. So in general, like you can go to this market, and then there are different crafts and different products that you can get, and these are all authentic. So if you're into the organic life, for example, this is the place to be because in general, there's a lot of fresh market places, and that's really great. Well, my personally, I go in Moscow since it's a small town. You get to know a lot of people. So in general, I pretty much jump from house to another house. This is just because we all tag along. Oh, and even though it's a small town, it's very important to tell you guys this. There's a mall here. There are like different shops in here. That's something very interesting. There's a small town called Pullman that is 15 minutes from us, and they don't got a mall, but we do. And and this mall is actually is really well. My sister just came in from Mexico to visit, and she's right now shopping, and probably she's gonna be there for the rest of the week. So, and I go shopping from time to time. So it's like I like shopping. I'm a gamer myself. We have I don't know, for such a small town, we have like 4 video game stores. So we have Hastings, we have GameStop, the VGA, and the pawn shops on downtown. That's very interesting. The pawn shops on downtown. That's something really
Yeah.
cool and fun to explore.
Well, talking about downtown,
Yes.
downtown Moscow is really nice. Compared to the neighbor Pullman, we don't have as nice as downtown in as
That is
Moscow. And
That is right.
explore the restaurants and food and coffee shops. We have actually it's kind of some of them are hidden, but when you look Google up and things, you can find like more than 50 restaurants or more,
That is right.
and they have like fairs. We have Italian food, Mexican,
Right.
Asian for sure, and
Definitely. Yes.
what else
In
we have?
Mexico, I would love to have one of these Asian restaurants. It's like they have they have Thai, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and all of them are excellent. It's like I wish I had one of those down there, one. And we have there's Indian food as well. They opened one. I mean, you have the international mosaic of cuisine in Moscow. We have in my lab we have international people. We have people from China and France, and I haven't seen anybody complain about the food because we have all those restaurants, but also we have Winco, which happens to be one of the biggest suppliers for food, and you pretty much can go there and get away of cooking anything you can if you're a great cook, or you can get and meet somebody that is a great cook and somehow get them to cook you something. But and I've done that in the past, so I know it's doable. But but the whole thing I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of things to do, and whenever I say to people in Moscow in general that come in here for the first time, is that you're pretty much kind of like the main attraction in a way because you're exotic. You're bringing this new culture into the town, so people's always curious about knowing your background, knowing what you do, and your culture, because you're pretty much bringing so much to the town, and these people really appreciate you coming in here. So.
And we also have actually Cross the World, which is like
Oh, that's right.
international fair that happens every year. So it's a great way to share your culture and and like tell them to the world, to people here, that we can have like booths and like tables in this
Right.
ballroom, and then You know, it's happened all day. People come in, ask you question, learning more about your culture, about your country. So it's a great way to share your culture and, introduce it to people in Moscow.
And they have a whole bunch of programs with a lot of students, as they have Indian night, Mexican night,
Right.
whatever you call it night, and they bring out really good entertainment. They actually brought into the Keep It On Reds, right, Sean? This year they brought Snoop Dogg, and they brought. I'm just saying that you might be thinking it's a small town, but I went to see myself. I went to go see Styx in Spokane, or they're gonna bring out. They say sometimes bring out concerts and people, you know. And speaking of that, we have a mutual. This is very important. We have a mutual program between the University of Washington State University, and U of I, University of Idaho, and I've taken several courses over there. And you can. There's an exchange program which you can just jump to take some of their courses, and that's really good because if Washington State doesn't have it, U of I has it, and the other way around, And some of my teachers are actually from that university as well, so there's a mutual program, and for example, right now we're gonna do a co-joint experiment between the two universities, and that's very nice too. It's very important for you guys to know that the U of I, this is the main campus. We have other campuses around Idaho. There is one in Coeur d'Alene, but well, it's French, it's Coeur d'Alene, and we have it in Boise, Boise, and what other
Idaho
campus?
Falls.
Idaho Falls. That's where they have the potato station there. Famous for potatoes, so they have to have a potato station over there. And so there are many opportunities. I have a person that works in the aquaculture department, and the governor came in and everything, and they went through there. I mean, the University of Idaho is one of the best universities on the Pacific Northwest. That's how it is, and it's just great to be here. And so waiting for questions. I don't know if you.
No questions yet.
No questions yet. Huh?
Yeah. Do you want to come back in, Ashley?
Yeah.
Well, we can all kind of scooch in and
Yeah,
speak about it.
exactly.
So,
Go ahead.
kind of, if we really appreciate everyone tuning in today, and if you have any questions, you should hopefully have already received some contact information, but you can see it here as well. So definitely stay in touch with us, get connected with Ashley, Tammy, myself, our wonderful international students that we love, and really appreciate them being here today. So that's it for us today. If you do think of any questions later on, feel free to email us. We're here to help, and we hope that your transition goes as smoothly as possible. So thank you all very much, and we'll see you all soon.
Thank you.
Bengals.
Go
Go
Bengals.
Bengals.